It's the Ray Wilson Show, coming to you from Parker, Colorado. And now, here's Ray.
Have you ever gone to a barbecue restaurant and you're sitting there and you're enjoying the barbecue? Oh man, this brisket is amazing. And then all of a sudden, you're looking around the room and you notice over on one wall is the gigantic head of a bull with these large horns sticking out, or a steer. It's actually a steer. And you say to yourself, I wonder what that poor bull did that he, ended up for all eternity doing this, like staring out at people eating his brothers and sisters. He must have been one bad bull. Really bad. Two of my favorite products that I use a lot and that I'd like to endorse are the Glad Bags with rhino horn sustainability and the Bounty towels that you can completely soak and then lift a watermelon up with. They're amazing. They're really something. And I do that a lot. Just the other day, I was at a picnic and a friend came to me and said, would you please go to my car and get the watermelon out of my trunk? I said, well, sure. Where's the Bounty towels? I got to soak them. I just soak them. And then me and Fred will kind of use it like a little mini stretcher, and we will get the watermelon. That's how you do it. How else would I do it? I'm afraid these toilet paper commercials with the little bears, they're going too far. I really don't want to see the little bear, and the big bear, and he's wiping his butt, and he's taking little pieces of the toilet paper off of his butt. What next? It's getting a little gross. Tone that down. We all know what toilet paper does. You don't need to graphify it for us. Whoever came up with the word hootenanny, you should be ashamed of that word. Even the word hootenanny just gives me a stomachache. Oh yeah. I'm thinking of going to Spain, but when I go, I want to make sure that I don't go during the running of the bulls. Because I kind of feel that's a little cruel and unusual. They really ought to call that the harassment of the bulls. And really, where's PETA? Where are the PETA people to come and be like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you harassing the bulls like this? And then, I'd be ashamed later, to say something like, hey, what, see that bull over there? While he was looking the other way? I hit him with a stick and ran away. Yeah. We're all pretty familiar with this guy by now, right? Okay, yeah. And, a little hoax. Went for a little hoax. But I just want to give some hoax advice. If you're planning on a hoax, and who doesn't like a hoax once in a while? I think if your hoax involves the FAA, the Federal Aeronautics Administration, or the National Guard, you might want to rethink the hoax. They look askance. They look askance when they find out they've been involved in your hoax. Gets them mad. They're flying around helicopters, part of your hoax, and they're shutting down the airport. As funny as that is, they don't think so. So next time, plan a hoax. Just maybe keep them out. And spend less time in court. Here's a little article you might find amusing. If you're going to hide something under your hat, keep your hat on. Okay, 11 PA. Police in central Pennsylvania say they've nabbed a real pothead. They say an officer spotted Cesar Lopez, 29, inside a convenience store with a bag of marijuana stuck to his forehead. Okay, investigators say Lopez was seen peering inside his baseball cap early Saturday morning in Lebanon, about 75 miles northwest of Philadelphia. When Lopez looked up, the officer noticed a small plastic bag appearing to contain marijuana stuck to his forehead. Police say the officer peeled the bag off Lopez's forehead and placed him under arrest. He's been charged with drug possession. So, might want to keep that hat on. Scientists are doing crazy things, great things, wonderful things. Here, scientists are growing a beating heart muscle from a mouse embryo. It's amazing. But here we see how, that they really are kind of thinking the public might not get it. So they dumbed it down for us so we'd understand it. Here's what Dr. Kenneth Chien says, and he says, think of him as a heart mechanic. We're making a heart part, okay, and eventually we're going to put the part in. You get it now? Ambien. Oh, we've all heard of Ambien. Wonderful stuff. Yeah, helps you sleep. Yeah. So anyhow, the nice thing about it is it's got the two layers. You know, it's got the one layer that helps you to fall asleep, and then it's got the other layer that helps you to stay asleep. But after reading through the 2-page article about the side effects, I think they need one more layer. And that's a layer to help you stay in bed. Yes. So you don't get up, drive your car, drink in your car, have sex in the car, wake up in the driveway surrounded by beer bottles with someone you don't know. That's quite a side effect. Well, the Amish, they're finally, they got a new market person for themselves, and they're starting to make these Mantle Heaters. It's an Amish mantle, the miracle invention to help home heat bills hit rock bottom. And you can see them there. There they are in the factory where they make them. It's wonderful. Oh, they're just all the Amish guys in their typical Amish dress. The only thing I noticed, though, is that they might want to get OSHA involved here. I mean, do you notice all of the heaters have a fire burning inside them? Come on. I think you could do your woodworking without the fire burning inside. I mean, they're trying to QA them and build them at the same time. Bad idea. The other day, I went to the store, and I was just looking around. I was hoping I could find something that could give me energy for 6 hours. Closest I could come is 5 hours. 5 hours. That's not going to really good. What am I going to do in that last hour? So now, they have a drug. It's for osteoporosis that you only need to take once a year. You know, I'd be afraid to take a drug that I only had to take once a year and something float around your body for a year. Okay? Now, if that thing has got any side effects at all, do you want to have a headache for a year? Maybe you want a diarrhea for a year. Perhaps you like projectile vomiting. You get a year of it now. I think that, the FDA ought to come out and say, guys, your drug effects can only last for maybe a week at the most. My wife and I got a chance to go to Ireland recently. Amazing, beautiful place, great place. And, of course, we saw some of the Irish dance, where they don't move their arms or their head, they just move their legs and so it's amazing. It's really quite amazing. And we drove around a little bit more. We found another village. It was interesting, very interesting, where they had a similar dance. They'd kind of taken it a little further. They didn't move their arms or their head or their legs. That was something. They would just blink. That's all they would do. So here's a little bit. I'm going to demonstrate it.
You've been watching The Ray Wilson Show, filmed in Parker, Colorado at Ray Wilson Studios.